While water is famously plentiful on New Zealand's west coast, early gold miners often found it to be in the wrong places for their needs. Looking rather dull for want of water was an often used lament of the times. In Race for Gold, we look at some of the significant projects undertaken to convey west coast water from point A to point of need. In part 1 of this episode, we look at the founding and construction of the Greenstone and Eastern Hohonu Water Race project, starting in 1869. The Duke of Edinburgh Terrace, around 6 kilometres due east of Kumara in the Greenstone Valley, had originally been tunnelled for its golden mining returns, and heading into the 1870s it was a place in great need of a larger and more consistent water supply to get 19th century gold production really going. Within days of a motion being passed by local groovers and shakers of the time, the acquisition of a government surveyor was greenlit, and one William Crayton Fortescue Armstrong put out a notice for tender January 1869, requesting the survey of a water race in the Greenstone District. By just January 31st, a surveyor was confirmed and had already begun laying out the line for this water race project. The goal being to source water from the big Hohonu River, bring it to the Duke of Edinburgh Terrace, and then possibly convey it all the way down to the Tiramako River. This would require a water race that ran around 6 miles to the terrace, and if it continued down the valley, would form a length some 15 miles in total, bringing the benefits of an estimated 32 sluice heads of water to the miners. In the meantime, lack of water remained a constant issue at the Duke of Edinburgh. Pay dirt was piling up in weight of the water required for washing, and one correspondent reported that the miners were not cleaning enough to make a difference with the gold escort, referring to the gold buyers of the era and their accompanying armed guards, not walking away with much mineral to show for their visits. Gold cradles were being employed to at least clear some of the pay dirt, as, while not the most efficient or speedy method of the times, cradles, which are also known as rockers, only require a minimal amount of water use. By March, the Eastern Hohonu Water Race Company is formed. Armstrong and party are well underway with their project, but it's still some 6 months distant from being finished. An estimated 50,000 feet of fluming are rumoured to be required for the task, but this doesn't worry the old-timers, as on April 26th the tender for work opened, and by May all sections of the build had been let to contractors. A store is set up to service the contractors and many established workers' camps for the task at hand. During this time, there must have been a little bit of rain about. A temporary availability of extra water helps get the Duke of Edinburgh miners moving moderately ahead. This leads to nuggets up to 4 ounces being found on the site. 2 landslides also came down and caused a slight bit of inconvenience. The productivity doesn't last too long, as by the end of May around 200 people have left the terrace area. As months progress, the population continues to dwindle almost to the point of appearing deserted. Considering the impenetrable landscape, untampered terrain and the 19th century tools at hand, progress is relatively rapid. It takes until mid-August for the water race to make an appearance near the Duke, putting it within QE, however the completion is still 3 weeks away. Check out shantytown.co.nz to find out more about the West Coast gold rushes. And in the meantime, stay tuned for part 2 as we look at the completion of the Greenstone and Eastern Hohonu Water Race project and a few issues that start cropping up straight away.